All right. Hey, everybody. It's J. Cole bringing you this week's episode of True Baller Thursday. With me, as almost always, the Reggie Mathis. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. Just got off of daddy duty, so had to check out some schools for young.
Are you doing private or is it
it's a
charter?
Yes, charter public, but we're going a different direction than what we have been in the last 3 years.
Okay.
So. Taking our talents elsewhere.
Taking his talents.
Taking our talents elsewhere.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, my son's in charter school too.
Yeah.
So in this school system, I agree with that. I agree with that choice. You just gotta find the right one. So anyway, enough about children in school.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about children in the NBA because
it's a lot of them.
acting like babies. All right, so I just want to open with the opening tip. This is real quick. We don't even have to discuss it. I just really loved this meme.
It was
Tyronn Lue's coaching strategy.
It's so, I mean, it's poignant. It's so just get the damn bottle of LeBron.
Yes. And what I love is that he still looks confused.
Yeah. He's like, wait a minute, what?
Well, you want me to what?
So what am I here for?
Right. But it was funny because I think I tweeted you in this, like, Lue's strategy was LeBron needs to be more aggressive. What?
You know what? This is going to be the hardest road for LeBron to win. To even get to the finals.
To get to the finals. It will be difficult every step of the way.
And I didn't imagine it was going to be this difficult, but if LeBron's got to put up almost 50 just to get a 3-point victory.
A 3-point victory. And we could talk about that a little later, but I just want to say that I need to go with my first instinct more. Because if you remember when the trade happened, I said I do not like this trade.
You did.
This will not make them better.
You did.
And it has not made them better.
I was all for it. I said, you know what? They're getting younger.
Right.
They're getting some scoring pieces.
But they're not. They're still what? Remember we learned last week they're the oldest team in the books.
Yeah,
so older than San Antonio. That's terrible.
And we see what San Antonio. They going down in a ball of flames.
I was okay. So anyway, we're gonna move on real quick. I seen this Kenny Smith 2 interview for Knicks head coaching job. What's your thoughts on that? Did you see that?
I saw that. I don't like my head coach to be knock-kneed. I don't know how you can tell me to run sprints and you can't run.
What else do we need to say about it?
And I mean, he's been in the booth for how he's literally been on the show for how long?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been 15 years or so.
I wanted to
easily 13.
Yeah.
Easy. I don't know, like, how is he going to relate to?
I wanted to bring this up because you mentioned this when we talked about, like, we were talking about Mark Jackson going back to coaching and Lue and stuff. Like, stop putting these guys that were players just because they were players straight into the coaching role.
And really, just because you talk about basketball every Thursday. Like, I don't know. What have we seen, besides he probably coaches his son's AAU team or something like that, what have we seen of him coaching that makes you think that he should be able to take over the Knicks position?
You know who I would say is the best direct to coach that I've seen is Larry Bird. But I'm going to tell you why. Because Larry Bird said, I'm going to let my assistants do everything.
And you know what?
And his assistants did it. Like he said, it ain't me, it's my guys with experience.
And Larry also knew to just get out the way when things
exactly. He's like,
going bad. It's like, okay.
Well, I know how to shoot threes, but I don't really know how to coach, so I'm going to let my assistants coach.
The people who know and
we're going to be a good team.
You know, that strategy sounds a lot like Phil Jackson.
Yes.
It was a lot like Phil Jackson allowed his
Tex Winners
was the coach. Like, he allowed his assistants to do their thing. But here's a question I like to pose to you guys, right? So if we're asking what are your coaching credentials, obviously the proving ground for a coach to get, you know, basically called up to the big times would be college.
Yeah.
Is there anyone right now in the NCAA ranks that you would love to see get an opportunity to be called up and coach for the biggest
for this specific
for the Knicks?
For the Knicks.
Okay. I would say the closest would be Jay Wright. Won 2 of the last 3 national championships. I think he could be a great. He's already coaching an NBA style in college.
Yeah.
But listen, the Knicks position is a different animal. I mean, I lean to you got to go to a rehash. Mark Jackson. You got to go to Van Gundy, someone who knows how to work the media, knows how to work the NBA media, and knows New York.
I don't know about Van Gundy. I mean, like, similar to Kenny, he's been out the game for a while. Like, he gonna come back in.
The difference thing about Van Gundy is he's been going to these summits, coaching summits, and he spends the off season like with Pop. So with Van Gundy, he's never left the game as far as being around the game. He's just left the actual.
Do you think he was a good coach?
I think he was overrated, but I do think he was good with players. So with the Knicks, I don't know. I don't know if that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they need.
He was crazy enough to run that crazy ass team.
Yeah, I mean, they need a lot. So it's gonna be hard, and the fans have to be able to give them some time because listen, they're not going nowhere no time soon. Yeah. I don't care who they get in there. They're not going to the playoffs.
Right. No. They need a process, and then they need to trust that process.
Trust the process.
What's your man in Dallas that used to coach for the Pacers?
Carlisle. Yeah.
The Knicks need a Carlisle.
Yes.
They need a guy that's like, hey, man, I'm not smiling.
Yes.
I'm not coming
trust,
in here.
And trust what he's saying is true, and he's going to lead you to the promise. And like Dallas has said, you know what, we suck, but we're not moving away from our coach.
Right.
We know that this is the foundation. They need that foundation of somebody that they can put in there, can be the linchpin, and you can build around. Yeah. And I don't know who that is.
Right. So yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't have nobody in
this ain't
NCAA. That's not it. I think we agree that is the absolute wrong decision.
I don't even know. Like, I mean, I've never heard him in the discussion of NBA coaching. Like, this is the first time.
Yeah, this was weird to me too. Like, where'd that come from? Like, he just like, maybe I can coach.
So he's been in broadcasting for 20 years. He joined in 1990.
Wow. Broadcasting for 20 years. Kenny the Jet.
20 years?
Yeah, that's a long time to be out the game.
Wow.
I don't know.
He done raised a whole family.
Right. Well, bad idea. So that means the Knicks are probably going to do it. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. Apparently, supposedly, someone was interviewing Eric Bledsoe, and they asked him about Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
And he said, "Who the fuck is that?"
Listen,
before you comment, this is my favorite tweet. This gentleman said, "Well, long distance relationships can be difficult."
It's the dude that's busting your ass.
Busting your ass all night. Like, where are you at? That's why you don't know him.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Was that real?
Listen, yeah, that was real. And
you really didn't know the man that was on the court with him? Like, how do you not know that?
He knows. It's the level of, like, you know, trying to be disrespectful. But it's terrible because the guy is literally busting your ass on the court. You can't. I could see if you were Chris Paul, you are a potential Hall of Famer. You could talk slick like that,
right?
Don't be talking greasy when you Eric Bledsoe.
You get and y'all getting schooled. Like,
yes.
Listen, I'll admit, I like my pick. I like my pick. It could have happened, but you're right. The coaching isn't there for Milwaukee,
and the point guard isn't there. I don't have trust in Eric Bledsoe. I've never had trust in him as being a starter.
I think Rozier, every shot he takes in the next game, he should be like,
"Oh man,
Terry Rozier, Terry Rozier." Yeah. Every shot he hits in his face.
But you know, after he heard that he didn't know who he was, he called him Drew Bledsoe. So it's gonna be. I think the tension is gonna get pretty.
Yeah,
thick.
well, you know, you get chippy when you get your ass whooped. So
you guys have officially become sports journalists by saying it gets chippy.
Yep, it's chippy.
Playoff basketball.
Playoff basketball. All right, so I want to mention something real quick. It's really pissed me off. So, unfortunately, Greg Popovich's wife died.
Yeah.
Right? Which, I mean, I think the whole basketball world was like, oh my God, because everybody loves Popovich. She was only 67.
Yeah.
But they've been married for 40 years.
Man.
40 years.
Yeah.
They've been married. She passed away. But these motherfucking journalists want to get a scoop or get a good reaction or whatever. So the woman that was interviewing LeBron James right after the game, and there's somebody that got Durant during a warm-up, during a shoot-around, basically broke the news to them live on camera.
And the funny thing about the Durant situation is one of the PR people from the Warriors was behind him waiting to tell him that it happened. Pull him aside to tell him.
Which is the right
way to do it. And then this, ESPN journalist, I guess it was, just came out and busted the news on camera. And that's the thing, like I get it. We're living in a day and age where you're trying to get the clicks. You're living and dying off of these clicks, but man, like
that's about as exploitative as it comes.
Yes, you are exploiting someone's grief and their emotion. Because and honestly, LeBron handled it great.
LeBron handled it great, wonderfully. Because Durant was fortunate enough to be in a different situation,
a less stressful,
sitting down. Yeah, LeBron just barely scraped by on the skin of his teeth, playing 40-something minutes, scoring 40-something points.
Yeah.
Tired, damn, I got to still play these motherfuckers at least 3 more times. That's what he said.
Hold up, man. I can't believe you asked me this question, and I still got to play these. I don't really care about what Silverstein, Silverman. I don't give a fuck.
Because you know what? But what if the reaction would have been different? What if LeBron said, "You know what? Damn, what you coming at me for?" Then we put him in a bad position.
No, seriously,
that we want to get this type of emotion, and it could have went a different way.
Thankfully, he's extremely polished and professional.
Exactly.
And he said shit a couple times.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
And he sort of was thinking, he composed himself at the very end. He had a really good statement, and he ended it, but he could have reacted. Because I would have been like, "Why the fuck are you telling me this right now?"
Yes.
So that
could have been a totally different situation.
Journalism is dead, man. I don't like journalists no more.
It's dead.
Right. So anyway, we're moving on. I guess I didn't say this at the beginning. We are coming on today before the final Thursday wind down of the final episode of Scandal. So we're giving that our spot to them ever in life. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna do their pregame. They're gonna actually live discuss while the show is on. Mm-hmm. So what we are doing is giving them some time. We got to get through this quick.
Yeah, we're going to give the ladies some time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Bow out for one night. The next week, we got all night. We can talk for 3 hours if we want.
We're going to do the opposite of Donald Glover. We're going to use this time to uplift black women.
And it wasn't even Donald. It
wasn't. But you know what? It's an overreaction on social media.
Everybody.
They wait a week to overreact.
An entire week. But that's everybody that has it, recorded.
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute. Wait, I'm taping this. Because the clip that's circulating is a recording of a TV. It's not like a downloaded and clipped. So, anyway, we're going to move on to our ballers of the week. Mm-hmm. The baller of the week.
Up in the spot, they like baller alert.
I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
All right, I'm going to let my distinguished co-host go first. Who is your baller of the week?
This guy, I've trashed him.
You have? Listen, I'll bring that up later. Go ahead.
I've trashed him. Beginning of the year, I was on his head. He's had a lot of struggles just the season before with his wife and his newborn and the issues of her health. And that I guess that kind of affected his play. But listen, I got to give props when props are due. Drew Holiday, you coming through, man. You coming through. You gonna lead. You gonna help lead AD to the second round. I know I picked them to win,
right?
But I didn't pick them off the strength of Drew Holiday.
True, right?
I didn't pick. But he's been playing amazing defense. He's locked down Lillard completely. I'm loving his game. I'm loving the redemption story and the fact that he's had his wife there with him, and she's got over her struggles, her health issues. So yeah, baller.
I was amazed because I remember early in the season you posted this graphic of New Orleans.
Yes,
and it wasn't plus minus. It was some sort of advanced stat, and it had like these little headshots of everybody on the team. And Davis was way up to the top right, and Drew was like way down as like a negative contributor.
So they had listings of their offensive contributions and their defensive contributions. We had Davis and Cousins over here, very good pluses. And then we had the rest of everybody else as negatives to the contributions of the team. So I was just like, you paying Drew Holiday how much money? He needs to get some better help. So I'm happy he's doing it.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
the biggest spots.
Yeah. Playoff basketball.
Hey, can I say this though?
Yeah.
When you said the same thing that you didn't see it off of that, and I'll be very honest with you, I was picking the Trailblazers because the Pelicans were a little depleted.
Exactly.
And I did not think Drew was gonna answer the call to Damian Lillard. I was like, oh, Drew's getting ready to get
That's like
up.
when you start going through the matchups, you're like, Damian got just a check for that.
Yeah, seriously. It was interesting. There was this this person tweeted statistic, Damian Lillard playoff games shooting, 40% or better, 19, 40% or worse, 17. They said, put it in perspective, Kyrie has 40 games better than 40% and 14 worse than 40%. So this gentleman said, not to nitpick, but you factor in that Kyrie has never played the playoffs while being the primary focus of other teams.
He's played with
and the Blazers almost never play with the kind of spacing the Cavs had.
Yeah.
So this guy responded, Lillard has Aldridge, and I don't know how a guy averaging over 25 points a game isn't one of the primary focuses. So I responded, I said, my friend, you may want to delete this tweet. You do know Aldridge ain't been on Portland since 2015, right?
Delete this tweet, bro.
And he responded. He was like, well, it was a typo. You should have known what I meant, but obviously you can't do 2 + 2. He said, clearly or something. I said, well, clearly Lillard has still played over half of his playoff games without Aldridge.
And also the thing is, Aldridge is no LeBron James.
Right.
So I don't care how.
Right.
I don't care.
Lillard was still the primary focus.
Yeah.
That's why Aldridge scored 25 points.
Yeah.
Because they were still focusing on Lillard.
Yeah.
So anyway, people are dumb.
People are dumb.
People are dumb. You don't want to train. So anyway, my ball of the week should go. You were talking about Dame Lillard, so I had to bring that up. But my ball of the week is young rookie from the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. Listen, man, this
Flash
is
2.0.
I tried to make him the ball of the week a few weeks ago.
Reggie
Mathis had a better idea, which I agree was a better idea. But this week, since it's playoffs, we get to do our own. Everything is different in the playoffs. This is TBT playoff TV. Playoff TV is different from regular season TV.
It is. It's more intense.
It is. For sure.
You guys throwing water in each other's faces and talking about each other's kids and step houses.
Right. We're gonna start out the show with a little cheek kiss at the end of the show. Can you do you get that?
I get
that picture in the in the shot there, Bird?
Oh,
it's the choke picture in the frame. That's us.
Was the cheek kiss? I thought the cheek kiss was.
No, it was Magic and Isaiah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that'll be how that's how we will end. That'll be the ending of our show.
But I love what Mitch is doing.
Listen, what they said he put Paul George in a blender.
He did.
He did this spin move on Mr. Defense, Paul George. Speaking of which, boy, Indiana fans are they
playoff P.
Y'all love this man when he was here. Now, he's calling us a playoff P. What a diva. He's such a blah blah tool jerk ass.
My thing is, you gotta earn your nickname. You can't just deem. You can't just deem yourself.
No, he was wrong for that.
I'm playoff P. Like, it's the playoffs, so playoff P is like, man.
Playoff P gets scored on by a rookie.
Yeah, we kind of have to see playoff P come through in the clutch before we kind of just deem you playoff P.
But he is playoff P. He's doing exactly what he
Playoff
always
piss.
does.
Playoff piss poor.
Actually, Michael Jackson deemed himself the king.
Actually, when we talking sports here,
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Swaggy P.
Michael Jackson
Swaggy
could
P.
also.
He deemed himself
okay,
Swaggy P.
and nobody is raving about Swaggy P's basketball prowess.
He is a ninth option on the Warriors.
Right. Nobody is
Just
saying,
saying.
you know what? I hope Swaggy P comes through in the
He's
clutch.
not even the first option when Curry is out. Like,
Man, I'm not even sure how many minutes is he playing right now.
has he played?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. So anyway,
He came to work in boxers. Matter of fact. He came to work in boxers.
all right. So now for our blue dog shit
Yes,
ballers of the week.
we got some deserving.
Fuck what you call it. Put a chokehold on the motherfucker and call it
All right,
blue
so I know
dog
you
shit. You
just-
know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
Am I back on? Yeah, it's because it's just a 3-second clip.
Blue dog.
All right, so your blue dog shit ball of the week. You want to do a quick intro?
Nah. All
right, here we go.
Throw this trash on the screen. This dude ain't even listen. He got an $82 million contract.
Golly.
$82 million contract. LeBron worked hard to give you this $82 million, man. You need to get off. I don't know if you need to talk. If LeBron needs to talk to Ty Lue, but 2 minutes. He's played 2 minutes in these 2 games.
I have a question because people are reporting that he's riding the bench behind the Khloe Kardashian scandal. Is that the reason?
That can't
be the reason.
I can't see that being the reason for your coach.
That's never happened in the history of basketball that an off-court personal scandal
Dudes
has
is
brought
playing right
somebody
now
up.
tonight with syphilis. This dude's playing right now with syphilis. Ain't nothing stopping them from getting on the court. I mean,
There you go. No, that's
a true statement.
an absolute true statement.
So here's the thing, though. Like, he really is a distraction. So let me ask you this question. So when NFL teams, I gotta ask this now, when NFL teams want to keep people like Tim Tebow out and keep a guy like Colin Kaepernick out, is it justifiable now when you look at someone like a Tristan Thompson whose distraction affects play?
Yeah.
So talk to me here.
First of all, the idea of distraction in the NFL is completely ridiculous. The NFL, how many players are
56?
50, yeah, it's like 56 on an active roster.
I don't know. I don't watch the NFL.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of goddamn people playing on the NFL team.
Yeah.
You've got at any moment you got 11 players on the offense, 11 players on the defense.
28 players on a special team.
Exactly, and everybody has to worry about their own position. What's going on behind the scenes with somebody has little to no effect on the entire team. That's why I don't understand the idea of distractions in the NFL. In the NBA, I can get it a little bit more when you have 5 players that are playing together, and if you don't like somebody, you may stop passing it to that person. But to get back to your NFL discussion, it speaks to the level of BS that some of the coaching and some of the front offices kind of spew about. Well, we need to have a locker room that's focused on only one thing. Man, these is 55 people. There's no way that you can get them all focused on one thing.
Exactly. Focus, man.
That's a good point. But the 2 people I mentioned are quarterbacks.
Yes.
QB1s. And Tristan Thompson is a major.
He's a starter.
Yeah,
he's their center,
well,
right?
he was a starter.
Right.
Now he's.
So here's my take on this. I think is a bigger distraction for him to be sitting on the bench because it just kind of announces to everyone, this guy's a distraction.
And also, how many times have the cameras kind of just went to him during the play?
Yes.
It's a constant conversation because of everything that's going on.
If there's anything that if you pay attention to modern culture, if you pay any attention whatsoever, the best way to get over something is just to keep moving forward with business as usual, and it will drop. Whatever it is, it will get dropped. People will drop it. Well, I never thought I would say this, but I need Tristan Thompson to be playing in these games.
He needs to play. He needs to play for the simple fact that he's a big body and he can provide
defense in the
He can
lane.
provide some rebounding. He needs to be out there. The hardest thing that I will say this about even if he gets out and plays, it's kind of working against that is that he's with the Jenner with the Kardashian.
Yeah.
They're constantly pushing narratives to TMZ, to media outlets. So whether he's playing on the bench, he's got someone who's constantly feeding whatever that's going on in their lives to the media. So it is, you do or you don't. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it could be a distraction to him. Like he might be distracted, and if he is, then okay, sit him. But again, put him in the game, he'll lose that distraction quick when he's grabbing that rebound. Like,
but I don't think so. I hear what you're saying. I think you're giving these guys too much credit. I think you're giving them too much credit. These guys are not the Jason Williams. They're not the Dennis Rodmans. They're not the Charles Barkleys who say, "Man, F what's going on out there. I gotta get out here.
This is my safe haven. This
I
is
gotta
my
play through it."
Yeah.
No, they don't. And then two, he's really distracted because he's with the ugly one. He's with OJ.
Well, did you see what came down the pipeline today?
What's that?
That he is asking for a paternity test.
Yeah, good job.
Because he believes that it's James Harden.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
James Harden. James.
You're a black man. You gotta be like, nah.
Regardless of whether you know or not, just
you gotta fight it to the end.
All right. So, on that note, J. Cole's Blue Dog shit. Ballers of the week. Within the same vein. The rest of Cleveland's starting five.
I hate it had to be you, George.
These motherfuckers scored 24 points in the first game. And LeBron scored 25. You got outscored as a collective, as a unit. One of these guys, I don't remember which one, didn't score no points.
It was probably
in
this
game
one.
Right
here. It's probably this guy. He's been a tease his whole career.
Listen. All right, so
let me say this. When you said you were pretty emphatic saying that Philly is going to go to you were really emphatic, right? And I'm going to say this. After watching this, and like you guys both said earlier today, that for them to squeak by Indiana is to have LeBron James playing
out of his mind
on, he's on fire mode. Like, just
he went to 11.
But these go to 11.
These go to 11.
These go to 11. If he
Yes.
has to do that for the entire playoffs, they're bums.
Yeah, they're bums.
Like, they are writing his ticket out of town because there's literally nothing you can do. But I don't know where he goes.
That's the thing. I don't know where that stop will be. I mean, I think LA has a shot because he has homes there in it, but I just can't see him packing up and going west. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, that's going to be a harder, that's a harder road than what he's got now. So I don't know.
At this point, you got
Houston.
I don't.
Houston.
Please no.
Houston.
That's going to be a
that I think that would be the ultimate. You know what? F all of y'all. I'm taking my talents to mid-central Texas. Guess what? I'm gonna win some more rings, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna end my career with 10 rings.
I want to see him go to Houston just so we can see Houston all of a sudden become like a top destination for just groupies and thoughts alike. It's gonna be like everybody's gonna they're gonna have their meeting, their conference, and they're just gonna descend onto Houston.
Is it Houston? Okay. That's what we gonna do. All right. So, high heels and ramen noodles. Okay. Brazilians, 24-inch Brazilians. Yeah, for everybody. Peruvian. Okay. Stiletto nails. For everybody, coffin nails. Okay. But Houston is the number one city for black professionals.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Is Houston's on the Gulf?
No, they're not.
Yes, it is.
On the Gulf? On the actual Gulf?
On the Gulf.
Yeah, because
Galveston.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Okay.
30 miles.
I was gonna say because they're gonna carve out some space and be like, "Hey, it's Houston Beach." They're gonna create a Houston Beach. If LeBron went down
right
there,
by Sugarland. Right by Sugarland.
Yes.
Sugarland.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, we don't have a whole lot of time. We're going to quickly go over the actual playoffs.
The actual playoffs, okay.
All right. So, Brianna Buckets is doing pretty good.
Yes.
Portland obviously is struggling.
That's not going to happen.
Right now. I like her OKC pick still.
Like that? Okay.
Toronto not going to have a problem. Cleveland, I don't know.
I know. That's up for
Celtics and Sixers. So let's talk about this real quick because they're better than even as much as I trust your opinion, and I know that they're good. They're better than I thought they would be.
Well coached.
The Sixers without Embiid. Let's say he doesn't play because now they're saying that if he gets hit, he could lose permanent sight.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like the idea that if he gets another hit to the face, that it could cause permanent damage. That adds another layer to, I don't know. I mean, I don't know when to expect him back.
I don't know how long that takes to recover from whatever. I am assuming that Philly's going to be like, if we're going to trust the process, let's not push it this season. And he's out for the rest of this playoffs.
See, and then that changes everything.
Yeah.
I still think they get by the Heat.
Yeah.
But
they do, because I'm telling you this right now. That was Wade's one game.
That was his game. That was
his one game.
That was his game.
People were so excited. I'm like, y'all not going to see that again.
He may get one more just as a goodbye.
The last game in Miami. Whatever that last game in Miami that's going to be, which is going to be game 4.
Game 4. That he's going to get one more, and he's going to give the farewell wave to the fans.
Somebody gonna take some pictures.
It's
gonna go down.
It's gonna be fans crying in the stand.
Next year he's gonna be in the front office. Yeah. There we go. Mentoring with what's his name? Slickback. All right.
A coach named Slickback.
So let's go to the Reggie Mathis. So far, looking like a possible perfect bracket.
Yes.
You happy with all your picks?
I'm loving this after last night because this is what that Thunder performance is what I expect from the Thunder more times than not. That fourth quarter, ugly. Nobody knows how to shoot or score. I expect that more.
I still think the Thunder take this, but again, my first instinct about the Thunder was no, they're not it.
No.
And they were playing so well, but it was all on the backs of not playoff P for sure. Westbrook.
Yeah.
But again, playoff basketball, for me, the difference is the coaching, right?
Yeah.
So you are coaching the other team because you have a smaller rotation, so you can focus more on people's strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
When you only have that one guy, it's harder.
Yes. And Cleveland can attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like they have the best player on the planet, and they beat the Pacers by 3 points.
By 3 points. That should say everything.
Pacers. Again, don't get excited. You know what I love the most about Pacers fans? They're so consistent. As soon as Oladipo got 2 fouls, I was like, oh, I'm about to start seeing
crying about
some ref tweets.
Yeah.
And I saw 18,000 ref tweets from Pacers fans about the refereeing.
Pacers fans have been complaining about the refs since Michael Jordan, his first stint with the Bulls. Then it became the Magic and Shaq, and I literally remember watching my grandfather yell at the TV about he can't the big gorilla he can't go do everything he won't do. It's like I remember, I remember vividly the arguments about Reggie Miller getting overlooked.
Pacers fans in a nutshell, the refs robbed us.
The refs.
That's it. All right, so a not so hot looking. First of all, before I address anything, this was a terrible idea.
It turns out it was a bad idea.
I don't know what I was thinking with this bullshit. I know I picked the Spurs just because I don't want the Warriors. I can't bring myself to pick the Warriors because I don't want them to win.
These were passion picks.
They were. Portland, I thought they were going to do better. It ain't over.
It ain't over. They got. Listen, Portland has to steal these next 2.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they can do it, but damn. That's a hole to come out of.
Tonight is big.
They
lose tonight.
Yeah, that's done. That's done. I'm still confident in the Thunder.
You confident?
I'm still confident that this was not a horrible pick. They got whooped that second game. To me, that kind of a whooping in a game 2 when you were so close in the game one is we've kind of given up that we believe. Like, you no longer believe you can win.
Exactly. Because if you remember in game one, they were down big.
Yeah.
They had to come back in the fourth quarter, send it to overtime. Getting down big in game two, I think that's the spirit breaker.
Yes.
Because it's like, you know what?
Again,
we just ain't got the horses.
Exactly. And that's a shame. And again, that comes to coaching. You're right about the point guard.
We're on coaching.
But it is coaching.
We're still on the road.
So you said, wait till they get back to the Brand.
Listen, I'm not giving up on nobody but San Antonio yet.
San Antonio, I'm giving up on both of these. I don't think Portland stands a chance. And San Antonio, I think.
So, but I'm just going to talk about Cleveland.
Yeah, some more.
Can they beat Toronto looking like this?
No.
And that was another one. Remember, I had a whole episode where I put the title "Toronto's going to the finals." Why didn't I stick with it?
Yeah,
why?
I didn't believe it, but
why didn't I stick with that?
There's no way
because Cleveland of LeBron.
Exactly,
LeBron fooled me.
Exactly. Like a lot of this is hinged on the greatest player of all time.
So, but this is what I want to mention though. Let's not overlook this. He had 46 points, right? Yeah. He had 20 in the first quarter.
Yep.
Oladipo was out most of the first quarter.
Exactly.
That right there is a like, damn.
I was going to tweet this out. Oladipo was plus 11 in 28 minutes that he played.
Yeah.
So in the 28 minutes that he played, they were better than the Cavs by 11 points.
And they beat them in the first game by what, 18?
Yes. They only lost by 3. If Oladipo had to play, if he had to play 34 minutes, you're talking about an easy victory.
So that scares me. I'm not giving up on the Cavs or LeBron, but that scared me.
Yeah.
I feel like next game, somebody's going to catch fire and help him. That's how the Cavs are.
They need
LeBron plays 3 out of 4 games.
They need Hood, and they need either JR.
Love.
Well, I don't know. Is Love gonna play?
The thumb thing.
Yeah.
Well,
no, the thumb is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He's gonna play.
Okay,
good.
They iced it. The X-rays came back fine.
Okay.
They were negative.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been cleared to play. The thumb is not an issue.
Is he depressed? What?
He said he fell back into hello darkness, my
Hello, they need to, I need them to at least try to put Tristan in. Like, and I be trashing him. I've trashed him every chance I got. Tristan is not a contributor to that team, except for in this instance,
they need him.
Will be.
They need him because they need somebody who can guard the rim. Oladipo is literally walking to the rack.
Listen,
he is sidestepping.
He was this close to being my baller this week. That dude is on fire right now.
So that's my question. Is Victor Oladipo transitioning into what a lot of IU fans saw and a lot of people saw early on? Is Victor Oladipo becoming a superstar before our eyes during this playoff?
Give it one more game.
I want to say I'm just gonna say yes.
You gonna say yes?
I'm gonna say yes.
That's
my knee jerk.
Yeah,
I take
this whole season. He's performed like a superstar level, but I need to see one more pull out game. Not pull out in that manner. Not in that manner, but pull out.
So you're saying Oladipo does not have syphilis?
I'm the pull out king.
But if he gets another 30-point game and they win, say game 3, and they win, I'm elevating him to that next. Because I mean, who really do we say as a shooting guard is the top 2 guards in the game? I mean, James Harden's kind of transitioned to a 1. I still think he's a 2. You got Klay Thompson. You got DeMar DeRozan, and then who? Victor.
I agree. If the Pacers win another game, Cleveland should panic.
Oh yes.
I think they should fire Lou.
You said that would be the first. I believe that would be the first. To be fired in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. He should be. He deserves to be that distinguishment, and then he can go and be an assistant coach at Virginia.
Gotta learn your stripes.
At Virginia, or UMBC.
UMBC.
All right. So you got anything else? I think we gotta get out of here. Make way for the lovely ladies. They're gonna be wearing pajamas. Guys, y'all want to watch this show?
They wearing dresses.
Why would you tell them that? Make them tune in.
They wearing nice dresses.
There's nice dresses. They're gonna be looking
maybe out,
looking fine, and talking about all sorts of gossip stuff.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to, okay. So for all the ladies who are watching, I'm not gonna say this statement.
Okay.
Because I'm going in the wrong direction right now. Everybody who's watching, if you are interested in gossip type discussions and scandal, either tell a person that you know or you tune in. How about that? All right. So Thursday Wind Down is coming up. Next week, True Ball Thursday will be all night long as we feel like talking.
All night long.
All night.
Well.
All night. All right. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
The Reggie Mathis. J-Co is it. FCN2. You guys have a good evening.